Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on logical functions in Excel. In this video, we will explore the if, and or functions, which are powerful tools for testing conditions and making decisions in Excel. Let's start with the if function, which is used to perform a logical test and return different values based on the result. Enter the if formula to check if the sales value is greater than or equal to a specified criteria. If the condition is true, it will return eligible. Otherwise, it will return not eligible. Autofill the formula to the dataset for multiple calculations. By changing the value to 501, the formula will update and display not eligible because it checks if the sales value is greater than or equal to the criteria. Next, let us explore the and function combined with the if function. This function allows us to perform multiple logical tests, where all conditions need to be true. Enter the if formula with the and function, selecting the last year's sales to be greater than or equal to the criteria and the present year's sales to be greater than or equal to the criteria. If both conditions are true, it will return eligible. Otherwise, it will return not eligible. Autofill the formula to apply it to the dataset. In the second row of the dataset, you can see that the first condition is true, but the second condition is false, resulting in not eligible. This is because the and function requires all conditions to be true for the output to be true. Lastly, let us explore the or function combined with the if function. This function allows us to perform multiple logical tests, where at least one condition needs to be true. Enter the if formula with the or function, selecting the last year's sales to be greater than or equal to the criteria, or the present year's sales to be greater than or equal to the criteria. If any of the conditions are true, it will return eligible. Otherwise, it will return not eligible. Autofill the formula to apply it to the dataset. You can see that if any one condition is met, it returns eligible, because the or function evaluates the conditions and returns true if at least one condition is true. Let's add to columns to further analyze the results. In the first column, enter the and function and set the criteria for both last year's sales and present year's sales to be greater than or equal to a specified criteria. The result is false because not all conditions are true. If you tweak the criteria, you will see that the result changes accordingly. Now, let's separate the formula into two parts. One for the and condition on last year's sales, and another for the and condition on present year's sales. You will notice that one part evaluates to true while the other part evaluates to false. This is because the and function requires both conditions to be true in order for the result to be true. As a result, the overall result is false. On the other hand, if we use the or function instead of the and function, the result will be true as long as at least one of the conditions is true. Feel free to experiment with different data and criteria to see how the formulas update and the results change. If you found this tutorial helpful, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more tutorials.